So there's been two significant developments in the Marvel Universe in recent months. One is Marvel's desire to expand into new cultures, new religions, and new political points. The second is Brie Larson's character being announced as the future of the Marvel Universe for this foreseeable future. And what strikes me is that Marvel, they have all the right to expand into, they're launching the first Chinese character, the first Muslim character. They've just become more politically aware and made Captain Marvel based on feminism, which is a really hot topic for politics. But Marvel can't pick and choose which elements they want to go for, because if a company is going to become more socially conscious, then they can't, it's either all or nothing. So for the last 10 years, Marvel's customer base has mostly been white men, and if they're going to expand and grow the Marvel Universe, that's completely their choice. And there's a number of pros and cons to it, you could say. There's a certain risk that it might not work, but there's also a risk that if you stay with the same patterns, people become bored of the characters. And really, in my view, they're just doing this to keep the Marvel Universe fresh. That's something that's quite obvious in this, and that's absolutely fine. But if they are going to do this, they need to incorporate age equality into what they're doing, because it just really occurred to me the age difference of the lead female actresses and actors, and I want to have a quick look at this. And this isn't a scientific list by any means. You will spot a few errors or omissions. I just put this list together, but it does show a real picture. So out of the top 7 oldest female superheroes, now these are characters or actresses who've actually used superhero powers. They're the ones I want to select. So out of the 7 oldest, the average age is 34. But out of the oldest male actors, and I actually included a few more, because if I took out Chris Pratt and say Benedict Cumberbatch, the average age would be probably 50. But if I want to add a bit more to make it more reflective, and the average age is 48. Okay, so that is a significant difference. Even if there might be 1 or 2 actors I've missed, and the average age was 45 for male actors, that's still a significant difference. You're talking somewhere in the region of 11 to 15 years age difference between the oldest female actresses and the oldest male actors. So if Marvel are become socially aware, they need to incorporate age equality, in my opinion, because like I said, you can't pick and choose. That isn't how it works. A business can't become socially aware and then pick and choose its elements, because it looks like it's manipulating the arena for its own gains. Now, of course, there'll be many areas that Marvel won't want to go into, such as very deep cultural issues or social issues, because that's not what Marvel and these movies are about. These are more like popcorn blockbuster movies, really great entertainment, really fun, family-orientated entertainment, and it works brilliantly. So there'll be many areas that Marvel won't want to go into, but for me, one of the most common ones is age equality. So they can't have these racially and politically and gender diverse casts, but then ignore age. And if they don't, I think that Brie Larson, although she's Captain Marvel is going to be seen as the lead of the Avengers for the foreseeable future, I actually believe that if they don't, Brie Larson, she only has a shelf life of only 6 or 7 years, because Marvel will actually look at her physically and say, that she's starting to age, she's starting to look too old. Whereas the male actors, like Robert Downey Jr., Mark Ruffalo, Paul Rudd, they can go on into their 50s or early 50s and still play, really crucial roles in the Marvel Universe, where the actresses, when they start to reach their late 40s, another 12 years younger, it starts to become too old for those roles. So if Marvel are going to go down this route of being more socially conscious, they can't be selective about it, unless, I know this is a bit flippant and a bit cheeky, but unless they kept on Brie Larson, let's say 10 years from now, as Captain Marvel, and then they use CGI to make it look younger, I very much doubt they would do that. But at this point, they need to be considering this important issue of age equality. And I believe that Brie Larson, she signed like a 5-movie contract. Now, there's more origin movies due to come, like the first Muslim and first Asian character, that I doubt should appear in, because they don't want to overexpose any character in the Marvel Universe. So she will appear in the main movies of the Avengers stories. But if these movies come out only once every 2 years or once every, say, 18 months, Brie Larson might actually reach that 5-movie contract because she looks too old. And that's what these figures suggest. these figures suggest that the female actresses, Marvel are selecting them because they're younger than the male actors, and that is based on their looks. That's what it suggests. So Marvel is selecting younger actresses because their physical appearance is more important than what it does to a male actor, because you've got actors into their early 50s, whereas most female actresses, the average, is 34, so it's mid-30s. That is somewhere in the region of a 12 to 15 year difference. So Marvel need to engage and incorporate this issue. If they're going to really come across as a socially conscious business, they can't pick and choose which elements they go for, because they start to look as very false and very manipulative in what they're trying to do. So let me know what you think in the comments below. If you think that this is an issue that Marvel needs to address and how they're going to address it, leave your thoughts below. But if they don't, Brie Larson doesn't have the future in the Marvel universe that she might do if she was male. And that is an issue that I think needs to be addressed. Again, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you don't, that's completely your choice. But if you'd like, just press that like button and leave your comments below.